Welcome in to another edition of Mornings on Main Street. Real quick, guys, sounding fantastic. The Mornings on Main Street band, every morning they come here with a great attitude and they sound wonderful. So thanks, guys. Welcome to the show. We got a fun hour for you today to get you the latest and greatest around Middle Tennessee with some positive news and great things that are happening, things that are coming up on the radar that you need to know about. 7:30 this morning, Miss Cheap is going to join us. We always love having Miss Cheap on. Her article comes out every Tuesday in Main Street, Nashville, and always great tips. She's so well known. You say Miss Cheap, everybody knows who you're talking about. 7:40, Max Winnitz, our good friend from Blood Assurance, will join us. They've got a veteran blood drive that's going on where they're going to donate money to a special veterans cause for every person that goes and donates blood with them. It's really cool. Then at 7:10, we got a really cool thing for you. Terry Williams-Nutter from the Donaldson Hermitage Chamber of Commerce will join us this week and next week. They've got a big thing coming up the 19th and the 20th that we want to help promote and get the good word out. And look, I told you guys, I live in Donaldson. It's God's country. And one of the reasons it's fantastic is because of the lady we're bringing on at 7:10, Terry Williams-Nutter from the Chamber, who really puts Donaldson Hermitage on the map. So look forward to talking to her this morning, as well as the intern. Good morning, intern. How are you, buddy?
Good morning, Joe. How are you? I'm good.
Okay, you went widescreen. I can see the plant now. I got a little nervous there.
Oh, yeah, I got the plant for sure. Like I said, never another day off.
How was your night last night? Now, I understand you were on hold for Titans Radio last night. You're going to ask Mike Vrabel a question?
I was gonna ask Coach Mack a question. I did call in. I didn't get through, so I just decided to hang up and listen. Long time caller.
Maybe I can answer your question. What was it?
I was wondering if, in their professional opinion, if Tannehill was holding the ball longer this season in the pocket than he was last season, or if I just didn't notice because of how much of a change it was from Mariota running from the pocket to Tannehill staying in the pocket.
Okay, a few things on that. He holds the ball because he's the quarterback. Secondly, we don't bring up Mariota because that passive bar, we've kind of blocked all that out. So did that answer your question?
It did perfectly. Better than they would.
All right, as we do every morning, let's get to the headlines from Main Street, Nashville. There we go. All right. This morning, Main Street, Nashville, Tuesday, November 9th, 2021. And let me show you. This is the e-newsletter you'll get when you subscribe. It's great news, up to date, everything else. And I love this picture. We have Larry McCormick, who works for us, talented photographer, and fishing in the fog. And look at this. It's just a simple picture of a guy fishing, but I don't know. I'm a big art guy and creative, and that to me, I love that. Just guys casting a net, fishing in the fog, fantastic. The story right next to it is something we need to know about. Vivian Jones with an article about the infrastructure deal projected to bring nearly $8 billion to the state. $8 billion to Tennessee. You can read that story by Vivian Jones right there on Main Street, Nashville this morning as we're going down. There's that picture of Larry again. We have another one for you. Vivi with another, and this infuriates me, okay? Former director of national nonprofit indicted on fraud charges. Stop stealing money! All right, Vivi with another nice article here. Former director of national transitional housing nonprofit, Phase Incorporated, indicted on fraud charges, stole $6,000. Stop doing that! All right, I'm better. Intern, do you agree with me on this?
Couldn't agree more. It's bad to steal money, but from that position,
I need the validation of my wife. So thank you for that as well.
Anytime.
Yeah, you're real good. I love this story. Ashley Perham with a great story. Veterans Day is on Thursday, but a Vietnam veteran has been part of Veterans Day Parade for 40 years. Here's John Fergus with President Bush in the Oval Office in 2005. Cool story about how he kept this parade going, how he's part of the parade, and what it means to Nashville. Local man with the Father Ryan High School. Ashley, again, our writers do fantastic stories. So a story right there this morning on the Veterans Day Parade that's happening, that's coming up on Thursday. All right, let me go down. We cover all the counties, too, around Middle Tennessee. And this story here, Taylor Courage from Murfreesboro Post, fat guy barbecue mural must be removed. Owners told it violates Murfreesboro codes. All right, intern, you see anything wrong with this picture? I know I get the codes. I get all that. You don't want to – codes are there for a reason. People take advantage of this and that. But I don't know what's wrong with this picture. Intern, am I missing something?
Nothing that I can see. Looks like a good picture. What's wrong with it?
Nothing. Even the fat guy barbecue, I think that's funny.
Me
with
too.
Taylor, an article about here that's coming on. Look, and says that the murals become quite the attraction for the smoked meat fans that come to this eatery inside the Kwikset gas station in Murfreesboro. I got no problem with that. I don't know. It's fun. It looks cool. It looks exciting. It's like someplace I'd want to stop and eat and hang out.
Absolutely. Looks inviting.
Will you take me there one day this week, intern?
Yeah, if you're good.
Did you get your paycheck yet? You can take me over there?
Oh, not yet, but we can go on credit,
All right. The other cool thing we get every morning for you is this date in history for the Nashville banner. This is an article. This is the front page, 1956. And I laugh because the CMA Award, Country Music Association Awards, are this week. And in the middle of the page, there's this article about, this is 1956, remember? Country music is on the upsurge, says expert. And I just think that's funny because Nashville's built around country music, and that's Music City, country music, bingo. There we have everything that's going on. Intern, I'm going to show you one more story if I can switch over here to the other screen with what's going on today. Intern, you got a busy day planned for you?
Yes, it is so busy. A lot of things, the intern never sleeps.
What do you got going? See, that's a blanket statement. What do you got going on today?
Oh, you mean specifics? I can never think of the next thing I need to do off the top of my head. So let me get back to you.
Okay,
But
never
it's a
mind.
lot.
I got the story up, so you can stop talking for a second. All right, I like this again. Payne Ray with the story. Father Ryan High Relay for Life raises over $175,000. Again, an article in Main Street Nashville today. Well, look at this, fantastic! $175,000 at their annual Relay for Life event, bringing survivors back into the event after they couldn't attend in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. I love stories like this. I love where community comes together. I love honoring survivors of cancer. I just think this is really, really cool, and it's a good positive story. $175,000 they raised, which is fantastic. So well done. Thank you, Payne Ray, for that story, and thank you for the wonderful people at Father Ryan High School for raising so much money for such a great cause. It really means a lot to a lot of people. So thank you right there. All right, intern. When we come back, let's get the show going. We drove by Terry Williams Nutter from the Donaldson Hermitage Chamber of Commerce. I told you again, she's the reason that God's country where I live, Donaldson, is fantastic. They got a cool event that's happening next weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend. I want you guys to know about to put on your calendar. We'll have Terry join us next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Dental coverage may be a small investment, but it has big benefits because dental coverage and preventive oral care leads to more than a healthier smile. It leads to a healthier life overall. Delta Dental makes it easy to get the care you need. With the nation's largest network, you're more likely to find or keep a dentist you love. And with comprehensive coverage and additional discounts, you'll have benefits you love too. Make a lasting investment in your oral and overall health with coverage from Delta Dental. Visit deltadentaltn.com to learn more.
Hi, I'm Bonnie Ryan. I'm the co-owner of Zaxby's along with Lee Oliver. This is a place that mamas and daddies can be really comfortable to send their kids to for a first job. It's a place that you can have fun, feel really good about the place that you work, get paid well, have a good time. If you want to apply, you can go to applynow.com and Zaxby's will be on there. We love it when we get some great folks here at Zaxby's.
I was going through a really hard time in my life. I was missing 12 teeth. I would cover my mouth. Mentally, it was so draining to have to constantly worry about who's gonna see it, because your first impression in somebody is their smile.
Delta Dental of Tennessee and the Smile 180 Foundation, transforming lives and communities one smile at a time.
My smile gives me my voice. My smile gives me my passion. My smile gives me my drive. My smile gives me everything.
Donaldson Hermitage Chamber of Commerce invites you to our second annual holiday market at the Mansion, presented by Gaylord Opryland's A Country Christmas at the historic Two Rivers Mansion on McGavick Pike in Donaldson. November 19th and 20th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can shop over 50 unique vendors. Get your gifts wrapped. Get a photo with Santa. Pick up some fabulous grub at the fantastic food trucks while listening to music. Oh, and you can pick out a Christmas tree. All before Black Friday and all while shopping local. Don't miss it.
right, welcome back to Mornings on Main Street, off and running on this beautiful Tuesday, November 9th, 2021. All right, you just saw the commercial, and let's bring in the star of that commercial, Miss Terry Williams-Nutter for the Donaldson Hermitage Chamber of Commerce with more. Terry, well done on the commercial.
Oh, thank you. I can't tell you how many takes. You know how much wildlife is out at Two Rivers Mansion? And it all wanted to be heard that day.
I'm sure. And wildlife sometimes include people as well, so well done.
And jet airliners going over.
I think what you do is fantastic for the chamber, and I've told everybody, and I give your praises all the time for what you guys do. We'll talk about the event that's coming up next weekend, but let me ask you this: why is the chamber so important that people need to know about what you guys are doing?
Well, we really support the businesses in our community and make some awareness, especially during the beginning of COVID. We began some new initiatives to support local, like supporting the restaurants when they couldn't have dine-in. And it would just put people on the map that maybe they just weren't being thought of at the moment. But we just try to bring awareness to the businesses, bring people out to do things and meet each other, make connections, to do business with each other, and shop local, support local, do business here in Donaldson Hermitage.
But Terry, I see you. I mean, you're all over the place. You just don't sit in the office. I mean, you're when new businesses open, you help promote them. You're talking to people. I mean, this is a job. People call me on the go. You're always on the go.
Well, see, I took my tutelage from you. I've watched what you do all the time.
I wouldn't go that far, please. No. No, but you're always doing something.
Well, we do have a lot going on in this community, and it's amazing. They call us Gateway to Music City. There's so much, everybody talks about Broadway and downtown and all that, but we have a lot going on in Donaldson Hermitage all the time. And from Music Valley to Opry Mills, all the way out to the Hermitage, we've got all of our historic properties, and there's just always something going on that we want to promote and we want people to support.
And the website, DonalsonHermitageChamber.com, correct?
That is correct.
All right, we're showing the website now, the pictures of events that you guys do and things that are going on there. I mean, and you always like your tagline, shop local, play local. What is it?
Eat, shop, play, keep it local.
There we go. Yes.
And we even go a little bit further, eat, shop, play, stay, keep it local.
Fantastic. All right.
I don't think people know the number of hotel rooms that we have in the Donaldson Hermitage area, and that we are the largest number of hotel rooms congregated in one spot in the city.
Oh, well, see, I tell people Donaldson Hermitage is where it's at. People need to be a part of all that. All right. So let me go to the community events. And the thing that's happening next week is the big event you guys have every year. And I'm so glad you get to have it this year. It's Holiday Market at the Mansion. Why is this event next Friday and Saturday so much fun and so important to y'all's mission?
Well, this is something that, last year our mission was just to create things that people could do safely, socially distanced. And one of our board members, Maria Moth, came to us with the idea of doing this outdoor market. Last year, we had about 25 vendors. This year, we've got over 50. It grew immediately, and we had over 3,000 people attend last year. But it was just a way to get people out, allow them to shop, allow them to be amongst each other, but do it safely. Well, it was just so well received that we had to do it again. It's great that we're on that beautiful historic property of Two Rivers Mansion, and the weather was incredible last year. It's looking like it's going to be the same for this year, and we've got so much to do. And we've even added a live Christmas tree lot this year from 615 Nursery.
Oh, look at you guys really doing this well again. What's the cost to go? Is it free? Does it cost anything?
So the admission is free. We do have a suggested parking donation for $5 a person or $10 a carload, and that money goes to support the McGavock High School Band, who will be helping us with our parking.
You got me with the McGavock High School Band there. I'll come over
and do that.
I'll come over and do that. Again, how many vendors are partaking in this on both days?
We have over 50 vendors. We have 3 food trucks, the Grilled Cheesery, Driving You Donuts, and Loveless Cafe. We have live music being sponsored by Nectar Urban Cantina. They've lined up some music for us. We have the Christmas tree lot. We have a gift wrapping booth. and also Santa photos for the kiddos, and a kids booth to color and have some little crafting area.
That's just you talk about all the people that come together. And again, I get on this show every morning, Terry, and I'll talk about how great Donaldson Hermitage is because I live there. But the fact that you're naming all these people who've come together from different businesses and backgrounds to make this event really special and unique, it warms my heart because that's what the community is all about.
Well, we do have some incredible sponsors for all of our events. This event is our presenting sponsor is Gaylord Opryland's A Country Christmas. They'll also be sponsoring our Christmas parade that's coming up December 4th. So we have big business and small business that support all these outings and activities that we do. We couldn't do them without our sponsors.
Well, I know you won't accept this, but a lot of that has to do with you, Terry, for getting out and meeting people and making it such a warm community and making the chamber so vibrant and so visible in the area. Again, I see you at so many events, so many openings, so many businesses that you go to that I didn't know they were opening. And because of you, I know that they're opening. And I just think that's a wonderful thing and such a great benefit to our community in Donaldson Hermitage.
You are so kind. I really appreciate that. But we just have a wonderful community, and it's easy to be a cheerleader for what's going on out. Like you said, it's God's country.
It is.
I saw that picture of the man that was fishing in the fog, and I feel like that. I've just moved down into Pennington Bend off of the river, and every morning I wake up and there's a huge fog bank. You can't see anything.
Right.
So I can imagine what that man was doing as he was fishing. That was a great picture.
Oh, it was a great. Larry McCormick takes really good pictures with all that. All right, so next weekend, holiday market at the mansion. I know you talked about Gaylord. That Thursday night, I think, they turn their lights on that Thursday night, and then the next 2 days, Friday and Saturday, you guys are having a holiday market at the mansion. I mean, what a great 3 days in Donaldson Hermitage.
It really is great. I'm going to that lighting ceremony, and I believe that we set up until 5, and the lighting ceremony for Friday, we're setting up on Thursday, and I'm going straight to that lighting ceremony. It was fantastic last year. I love what they've done over at Pine Top and all the outdoor activities, and I'm looking forward to having fun over there for a little bit and unwinding.
Yes, it'll be awesome. All right, so again, the holiday market at the mansion next Friday and Saturday. And Terry, you're going to join us next week because we, like myself, we have a very forgetful mind. We need to be reminded of great things that are happening. So we'll bring you on next week. We'll really promote the event. And then there's no doubt because everything that you guys do is successful. So we'll bring you guys on next week, promote the event, and we'll have a great 2 days at the Two Rivers Mansion.
Looking forward to it. Thank you so much for having us on this morning, Big Joe.
Yes, ma'am. Terry Williams-Nutter from the Donaldson Hermitage Chamber of Commerce. Again, she does a fantastic job of getting the word out about the community. And a lot of chambers around Middle Tennessee do the same thing, really get out there and promote these businesses on social media, through Facebook, through Twitter, through Instagram, and everything, just to let people know what's happening in their community. And Terry does an excellent job. And, and the community does as well. They all come together and make what I think is the best community in Middle Tennessee. And not only because I live there, but because I live there. All right, let's take a break. It is a special week for some people. We're going to take exactly what that is and got a story for you on the other side. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
While federal coverage is really important, often I really think that a lot of the decisions that are going to impact you most are made at the local level. Like where's the stop sign's going to go, what's your speed limit going to be, how much you're going to pay in property taxes, we talked about that a lot, and how much funding the schools are going to get, zoning decisions that are going to impact which developers can come in and change the neighborhoods and grow the city. And all those decisions are going to be made at the local level.
I'm good.
I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I thought I could hold my liquor.
All right, welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. Again, thank you very much, Terry Williams-Nutter from the Dawson Hermitage Chamber of Commerce for joining us this morning and talking about the holiday event at the Mansion coming up next weekend. We'll also have her on next week to really promote that and let the community know what's going on. That's what we love to do on this show, is spread the positivity, let people know what's happening in their backyard and all kind of cool things that are going on. All right, so this week, November 8th to the 14th, is Crash Responder Safety Week. Now, yesterday with the Tennessee Director of Highway Safety Office and TDOT, they had a big press conference to really get the word out about slow down, move over, and honoring those first responders who show up at wrecks all over the state of Tennessee. Unfortunately, there's been some fatalities with these workers over the years, and we never want that to happen. So the word this week is to honor these men and women who get out and really do a great job of helping us. If you break down the side of the road, you see those trucks that show up that help you out so much, and they do the job. And everyone we've talked to, even back to my TV career, talking to these the fine folks who do this, they love it. They love it with a passion, and they get out and do that to help you. So anytime you can find people who have a giving heart and really want to make you safe, you really want to promote them and talk about them. So here's our event yesterday. We met up with Buddy Lewis, the director of the Tennessee Safety Highway Office, about Crash Responder Safety Week.
It's important because people are losing their lives across this country and in Tennessee every year because people do not, one, slow down. They do not pay attention. They're on their cell phones or doing something distracted while they're driving. And as mentioned several times here, when you come up on anyone that's on the side of the road, it's so important to slow down, one, and move over, because one, it's the law, and two, it can save someone's life.
Is it frustrating to hear when an accident happens to a first responder? I gotta think, you keep getting the message out there, these accidents keep happening. I gotta think it's so frustrating.
It is because all of these first responders are doing out there helping people, and they're trying to make the roadway safe for everyone to travel. And then sometimes it costs people, first responders, their lives. So, or even if they're not killed, they're injured seriously. So it's so important for people just to pay attention to what's going on the roadway. If people are on the side of the roadway, slow down, move over, don't drive distracted, and do everything you can to prevent someone from being injured or killed.
I know it's Crash Responder Safety Week, but I think every week should be that, right?
Absolutely. This should be every week, every day. It should be utmost of importance on the minds of every driver when they get behind the wheel on the roads in Tennessee.
Let's talk the positive. What is working on this campaign?
What's working is that we have people that are talking about it more. The sad thing is that when something terrible happens on the roadway, it gets a lot of publicity. Lives are lost. But the positive thing is, just like here today, it's a lot of recognition about it. It's a lot of publicity about it. It's a lot of talk about it. And we, as public safety officials, need to spread the word more and to do this every single day.
I heard the word teamwork and partnership a lot during this press conference. That's got to be important.
Absolutely. No one agency and no one person can do it alone by themselves. It takes a team to make this successful.
When you're going down the road and you see there's an accident and people aren't pulling over, do you get mad? Because I do.
I get very upset about it because all they've got to do is just move over. Now,
right.
Sometimes if that lane is not available for them to move over, that's understandable. But they must slow down just to be safe. But yes, when I see people driving down the road and they do not move over, it's very frustrating.
What do you hope this week to honor the first responders and crash responders? What do you hope this week does for them?
I hope that it just lets them know that we are very, very sensitive to what they're doing out there. Anytime, as a former trooper, state trooper here in Tennessee years ago, whenever you step out of that vehicle on the side of the road, you're putting your life in danger. And it just lets those first responders know that we are people that do care and do care about their lives and their safety.
Amen. Buddy Lewis is a good man. We appreciate his time yesterday. I want to pull this website up just real quick here and show you what they do. It's a passion for them every single day to do this, to save lives on the road. And yesterday, so many agencies were there, and they talked about, you heard we talking about teamwork there. And I love this. This is the website, TennesseeTrafficSafety.org. There's a picture of Buddy Lewis right there. And it says their mission is to reduce Tennessee traffic fatalities as part of the nation's vision towards 0 deaths. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office works to achieve this goal by changing driver behavior through increased education, enforcement, and community partnerships. And that was a goal yesterday to get the word out there. Just slow down and pull over. When I was headed to Mississippi this weekend, there were accidents, and it was in Alabama, and everybody was pulling over. And it was really good to see people slowing down, letting people into traffic to make sure that our first responders and crash responders were all okay. So really, we got to keep getting that message out. And we'll have more during the week about how the mission of the Tennessee Highway Safety Office is doing that and honoring the crash responders and the Crash Responder Safety Week as we go forward with this week as well. All right, we'll take a quick break here. We come back. It's time for what a lot of more people ask me about this next segment. Sorry, intern, but you'll get there one day, about having Miss Cheap and when she's going to come on than anything else we're doing. Miss Cheap will join us next. That's coming up right here on Mornings on Main Street.
I look at it as building relationships. I've got, my phone has got the phone number of every head football coach, every basketball coach, every baseball coach, every softball coach, every athletic director in Wilson County in it. If something ever happens to me, that phone's going to be a pretty good commodity for somebody. And I've known these people. I grew up in Wilson County. I went to Lebanon High School. I went to Cumberland when it was a junior college. I am now covering even some grandchildren of guys I went to school with.
I think journalism is like politics. It's all local, and I think Main Street Media has really hit on something that I've been preaching for 50 years, and keep the news local, right? Local stories for local readers, and that's what I like about Main Street Media. I finally found somebody who agrees with me philosophically about concentrate on local subjects, local topics, and you'll bring your readers in.
All right, welcome back to Mornings on Main Street, off and running on this beautiful Tuesday, November 9th, 2021. As we do every week at 7:30, we bring in the one and only Mary Hance, Miss Cheap, some great insights of shopping and saving money. Good morning. How are you, Mary?
I'm doing great, Joe. How are you?
It's always good to see you. Everything going okay?
Doing great. Doing great. Beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day, and we always love having you on. Okay, so it's Tuesday. Your article comes out in Main Street, Nashville. What do we have this week?
Well, I found this couple. I go to a lot of estate sales and yard sales, and I found this couple that they spend every Friday and Saturday going to estate sales, and they are experts on the subject. I'm telling you, they have already, this is a month ago, they had already done all of their Christmas shopping at estate sales. And, with the supply chain issue, they have no problem. Their supply chain is just moving right along.
All right. So let me ask you, can anybody go to an estate sale?
Yes, they're open to the public. And, one of the things they said, and that I totally agree with, is that it's also a great chance to see the inside of some of these houses. Because they have them in the house with these people's stuff, and you can go through the house and pick out what you want and pay for it and be gone. But there's an art to it, though. You can't, if you go the first time, you need a little bit of instruction, I think.
Why would you need that?
Well, they're all different. Like you can go to estatesales.net to find out where the upcoming estate sales are. You can usually see that on Thursday about the weekend sales. And then these people, it's Annette and Mark McCready, and they map it out on their phone with a map on their phone, and they go to as many as 12 over the weekend. But they've gotten to know the estate sales sellers, the organizers,
right?
So they know that on the first day, most of these sales will not discount anything. On the last day, they're willing to wheel and deal. They also know that some of them have on their website a password that you can get, and then you do get a discount if you use that password when you show up at the sale. So there's some little insider information that you can find out by going to a lot of the sales and by getting to know the sale organizers and getting on their mailing lists.
This is why I love having you on. And again, excuse my ignorance. What's the difference between an estate sale and a yard sale?
Well, there's a big difference in the true estate sale and the true yard sale. A yard sale is somebody like me just puts a bunch of stuff out in my driveway or in my yard and sells it. An estate sale typically is where somebody has died or had to go to the nursing home or whatever, and they're liquidating everything that they have. Oh. And so usually with the estate sale, the family or the person who's leaving the house has picked up the things that they want to take with them. And then whatever is left is with the estate sale. And so they hire somebody, one of these estate sale organizers like Berenice Denton or Boulevard Estate Sales, and they come in and they price everything, they organize everything, and they charge a percentage of whatever the total take is from the sale that they keep for the job of organizing it. The yard sale is mostly people do it on their own.
I love the end of your article. You have tips. And one that stands out, like you just talked about, go early on the first day for the best selection, wait until the last day for the best deals. Are those last days, are those deals that good?
Because these estate sale organizers want to get rid of this stuff. I mean, by the third, if it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday sale, by Sunday afternoon, they don't want to have to take all the stuff somewhere or find some other way to liquidate it. They want to get whatever they can at that point. But on the first day, they want to get the most they can. I mean, it makes sense, from a business standpoint. But, if you're going to one of the sales, these people, Annette and Mark were just the experts on this. One of the things they told me that I wouldn't have even thought of is that they keep a shovel in their car. And I said, what? And they said, well, a lot of these sales, they're going to tear down the house. And so they'll let you dig up a shrub or some perennials or whatever in the yard. And so you've got to be ready for this kind of stuff. I would never have thought of that.
That is fantastic. I love this article so much. Here's a picture of Mark and Annette with their map getting ready to do all this. And he talks about it's a play date. And that's fantastic. I mean, they enjoy their time together. It's a play date. They get to go do these estate sales. I bet, Miss Chief, they have found some absolutely incredible things during these estate sales.
Well, they really have, and they really enjoyed. I went to their house and they showed me around and showed me some of the things they had found. But it's not everything that they got was super, super cheap, because the most expensive thing I saw that they had was very unusual. But they had bought 2 panels, 6 foot tall stained glass panels from Trinity Music City Broadcasting out there in Hendersonville.
Yeah,
that they had been told had been installed in the home of Jim and Tammy Faye Baker. So, and they paid $1,000 for those. But that's not something you're just going to find at Walmart.
No, you're not going to find that at Walmart. Also, you brought up, which is great, because I'm thinking, well, how do I know where an estate sale is? But there's a website, estatesales.net.
Right, and that shows where they are. That's a good one. And they said that they go to these when they travel. Like if they go on vacation, they spend some time in Montana every year, and they said that they look it up there and go to estate sales there, and they found some really cool things there too. And it's unusual things that you'll generally find that are the real treasures. But they're also practical things. I mean, one of my tips, and I probably hate to even tell people this, but when I go to an estate sale, a lot of times the first place I stop is under the kitchen sink, and I'll buy cleaners and things, you can get a great big thing of Ajax or something for
Yes.
5 cents, or these cleaners are expensive. I've found all kind of things there.
How does it work when you walk up to the organizer of the state sale and say, I want to buy this bottle of Ajax? I want to see the look on that face.
Well, they've already got it priced. I mean, they'll you just have to be careful not to get one that's almost empty.
Right.
It's like they'll say all of the stuff under the sink is 50 cents or something, and I'm all about it.
Yes, you are. That's fantastic. Now, here's another ignorant question on mine, and I apologize for this. Is everything in that house got a price on it?
In a true estate sale, most of it does, but they might have blocked off a room or an area and said, that this is not part of the sale, because they're usually trying to move. They've either sold the house or they're cleaning it out or whatever, and they're trying to liquidate it. So some of the things they may have moved into an area that they are not for sale, but anything that you see out on the open floor is generally up for sale.
Cash, check, credit card. What do they take all types of currencies?
It depends. A lot of places don't take checks anymore, but I would go with cash. I think you can always negotiate better with cash, and at a yard sale particularly, you need to take cash and take a lot of ones and small bills, a lot of change and stuff for a yard sale.
Oh, so okay, so we can't. Again, I'm learning all this because now I'm going to go to estate sales this weekend. So you can negotiate. If I go over the bottle of Ajax, it's $4 and say, I'll give you $2. You can negotiate anything.
Toward the end of the sale, and I think the best way to do it is if you're buying very much. Like if you're buying 10 things and each of them is $1, I think you could say, will you take $8 for all this? They'll wheel and deal on the last day, but you can't on the first day. They're just not going to, most of them, because they want to get the most they can.
How did you find Mark and Annette?
I was at an estate sale. They seemed to know what they were doing, and they told me about another one they were going to that was nearby, and so I followed them to that one. And I could tell they were. The best part of them was that they really enjoyed it. It wasn't like it wasn't like a job or something. It was just like this was their play date. They just enjoyed it. They're retired, and they just have a good time going to these sales. And they found some great treasures. They even found all the gift bags that they had wrapped all their Christmas presents in at these estate sales.
It's funny, Miss Cheap. I've been to one estate sale years ago. A lady, it was in Hendersonville, and she had one of the biggest Elvis Presley collections. And it was amazing watching people go through and grab Elvis stuff, and watching men dressed up as Elvis go to a estate sale and get all this. And I was like, this is but it was many, many, many years ago. And that's why that's the only taste I've had of an estate sale. But I saw that, and everything was clean and nice. And it was really eye-opening how these things work. And now with the other article you have this week, that's today in Main Street, Nashville, and the website estatesales.net. I mean, I think we all should do this.
Well, it's really fun. And the estate sale organizers, they do have it very well organized and nice and neat. And, a yard sale sometimes is a digging proposition, but this is more, they've got it really set up where it's nice and clean, and you can find some great deals. But they sometimes will have like an outbuilding or a garage where you can do a little more of the digging kind of shopping. Now,
the last question, do you have a shovel in your trunk?
I have a little spade.
I've got to go out and get a shovel now because of your article. I've got to go get one.
Well, just get a little trowel. That works pretty well. You can get a lot of things up with that. But keep a like a plastic bag in your car too to put things in so you don't get it muddy with the dirt.
I got plenty of plastic bags. All good. Miss Cheap, how can people get a hold of you if they want to email you?
It's Miss Cheap at mainstreetmediatn.com. So I love to hear from people. So I love ideas, and I'm looking for things to do that are cheap and fun. Free.
Fantastic. We love having you, Miss Cheap. Thank you for everything. We'll see you next week.
Okay. Stay cheap.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Mary Hance, Miss Cheap with all that. Can you imagine that if I have a shovel in the back of my car and I get stopped by the cops and they ask me where I'm going? I'm going to a yard sale. Goodness. All right. We'll take a break. We come back. We're joined by our friend Mac Winnitz from Blood Assurance about something really cool they have going on, and also how Blood Assurance is so vital to our community. If you haven't heard about him, you'll really enjoy this segment. That's next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Main Street Media was founded by Dave and Ellen Gould in 2013. It all started with 3 newspapers in 2 counties and just 3,000 subscribers, and the company only had 10 employees. 8 years later, Main Street Media owns and operates 13 newspapers, 18 websites, and social media pages all over Middle Tennessee. They produce podcasts, videos, and streaming news shows. The company now has 60 employees, and across all their platforms, they reach more than 2 million people a month. Main Street Media's newspapers regularly win awards from the Tennessee Press Association and have been recognized several times as having some of the best weekly newspapers in the state. Main Street Media has reporters in all of its communities covering local news. Nobody covers high school sports like Main Street Media. With 10 full-time reporters and an army of freelance writers and photographers, Main Street Media tells the stories of local teams and people.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Goodness, reading the comments. When Miss Cheap comes on, as they say in hockey, when you score a goal, you light the lamp. My goodness, it's light in the chat room right there. So thank you very much. All right, very cool thing happening this week with our friends at Blood Assurance. We're going to be joined now by Max Winitz with Blood Assurance about what's going on. Max, look at you, always looking dapper, my man.
Hey, good to see you. The set seems to have been upgraded since the last time I was on. I like the backdrop.
Well, we hired set decorators from Hollywood. They came in, and with the help of the intern, they've turned this around. So it looks really good. So thank you with that. All right, Max, big week for you guys, starting today till Thursday at Blood Assurance and donating blood. And I'm going to pull the website up here real quick, the Wounded Warrior Blood Drive, and have you talk about it as I share the screen here. This is a big deal for you guys. It's something you guys are really passionate about, aren't you?
Yeah, for sure. With Veterans Day coming up in just a couple of days, we wanted to do something where we could, honor our wounded warriors. And so we have decided that for each blood donor we get at one of our donor centers or one of our mobile drives today through Thursday, we are going to donate $10 per donor to the Blood Centers of America Wounded Warrior Fund. This money goes to individuals who have been on the battlefield, who have been wounded, also who have now dealing with illnesses such as various forms of cancer. So again, it's a great way to be able to give back in commemoration of Veterans Day.
Max, this is just something you guys do to say, hey, look at us. I mean, you guys have been so active. I met you back in June at a blood drive at a radio station. I mean, you guys have been so active in our community. Why is it important to you guys to be that active?
It's important for us to be active, especially here in Middle Tennessee, because we are the sole supplier of blood and blood products such as platelets, plasma, double red cells to more than 70 hospitals in this region. That includes all of the TriStar hospitals. And as you and I have talked in the past, there's a good chance that if you have a friend or a loved one who is battling a traumatic injury or a debilitating illness in one of our hospitals here in the Nashville market, there's a good chance they could be receiving blood that we collected at Blood Assurance. So with our organization, it's really a neighbors helping neighbors initiative, and we are extremely grateful for all of our donors here in Middle Tennessee.
I love the mission to provide a safe and adequate supply of blood and blood components in a cost-effective manner to every area patient in need. That's strong, Max.
It is. Again, there's no greater way or no easier way to make a difference in somebody's life. Donate an hour of your time to give blood. We always say a single donation can save up to 3 lives. So it's really easy. It's, again, an hour out of your day. The process from when the needle goes in is about 20 minutes or so if you're donating just red blood cells. And you can talk about this, Joe, but for anybody who has not done it before, again, it's a breeze.
It is. And I did it because I wanted the snacks and I was hungry. And it literally, Max, it took almost no time. I was in, I was out, donated blood, and I felt fine. It was easy. And I tell people I am deathly afraid of needles. I had no idea that she was about a quarter of the way done when she told me the needle was in my arm because it was that relaxing.
It's a very speedy process. If you haven't been to one of our donor centers, we have donor centers located throughout Middle Tennessee. Our newest one is in Cool Springs. It's a very, very comfortable environment. The chairs are plush. I've heard people describe them as chairs you would find at a massage parlor or a spa. Nice. So it's a you may not think of it going into it as a luxury. It's certainly not a luxury, but we try to make it as comfortable as possible for our donors.
All right, the website, bloodassurance.org, and I've got on the screen right now where to donate and how to donate. You guys have a very, like I was telling Ms. Cheap earlier, I'm not really smart when it comes to technology. So I was able to navigate my way around your website. It's very easy to use, and that's crucial for people who want to give and donate blood.
Yeah, bloodassurance.org/schedule. All you have to do is type your zip code in, and the results for the closest blood drive or donation center to your home will just pop up right then and there. We do numerous blood drives throughout our service area a day, sometimes 10 to 12. So they are happening. And I do want to really push this, Joe. We are in a dire need right now for platelets, in addition to, all types of blood, especially O positive, O negative. But we really need folks to donate platelets right now. We've had some big orders for platelets over the last couple of days. So the need is there. So certainly want to get the word out that if anybody wants to and can donate platelets, please schedule an appointment today with us.
I know you guys got a brick and mortar office down in Cool Springs. What's that address, Max?
600A as in Alpha Fraser Drive. And I will tell you, Joe, it's not something we have publicized a whole lot. So maybe I am breaking a little bit of news here on your show. We have gotten the word out just a little bit about it, but we are opening our first 2 donation centers in Davidson County in the next 2 months. The first donation center that's going to open up will be located in Hermitage.
Yes.
And then we are opening up one hopefully in January or so in Bellevue. So folks in West Nashville, and then of course folks in the eastern part of the county will have 2 places to donate. We see more donor centers opening up certainly over the next couple of years here in Davidson County as well. So lots of exciting things going on with this expansion here in Middle Tennessee.
Oh, that is fantastic. And also real quick, I signed up and I get the text alerts where you guys will be that day, which is really convenient, nice, and it's a good reminder, Max, when I get that text like, oh, okay, they're going to be in my neighborhood. I need to go donate blood. That's a great way to get the word out.
Yeah, the staff does a terrific job. Everybody knows that this makes a difference in people's lives. So everybody's really, really passionate about it and getting the word out. And of course, we always have those great incentives. The next couple of days, it's this $10 donation to the Special Forces Wounded Warrior Fund. Joe, you mentioned the snacks. Those are fantastic. You can have some before and after you donate blood. And then we generally give out some sort of material item as well, whether it be a T-shirt or a gift card. So there's always something going on with Blood Assurance.
You guys do a great job, and we're so thankful, Max, that you guys are in our community for all that you do and helping so many people. Max Winitz, Blood Assurance. Max, we'll talk to you down the road, man. I appreciate you.
Thanks, Joe. And I'd be remiss. I need to congratulate you, father of the bride. Congrats on your daughter's nuptials as a new girl dad. I can't imagine what was going through your head. So I'm gonna be there one day. But congrats to you and the rest of the family.
Oh, Max, that's very sweet, man. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Very well. All right, Max Winters from Blood Assurance, bloodassurance.org. Again, another example of the great community we live in Middle Tennessee, helping so many people out. Okay, we'll take a break. We'll come back with America's fastest and most talked about game show, Celebrity Birthdays with the Intern. That's next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Every year, it costs Tennessee more than $15 million to clean up roadside litter. It's time to keep your trash to yourself and our roadways clear, because nobody trashes Tennessee.
Is your roof in need of repairs? Maybe it's time for a full roof replacement. If so, choose Middle Tennessee's #1 rated roofer. Tim Leeper Roofing has provided the Nashville area with outstanding residential and commercial services for nearly 2 decades. And with hundreds of 5-star reviews, Tim Leeper Roofing has satisfied thousands of homeowners. To schedule a free and honest estimate, find us online at timleeperroofing.com.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
It was just a few cocktails at happy hour.
You really good try.
There aren't any cops around.
I didn't think there were any cops around.
I drink and drive all the time.
Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to hang on, okay? Rub your hands, sir. Where you are right now?
Donaldson Hermitage Chamber of Commerce invites you to our 2nd annual Holiday Market at the Mansion, presented by Gaylord Opryland's A Country Christmas at the historic Two Rivers Mansion on McGavick Pike in Donaldson. November 19th and 20th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can shop over 50 unique vendors. Get your gifts wrapped. Get a photo with Santa. Pick up some fabulous grub at the fantastic food trucks while listening to music. Oh, and you can pick out a Christmas tree. All before Black Friday and all while shopping local. Don't miss it.
All right, intern, we got to do something real quick for celebrity birthdays. We just got a note from our boss man, the great Dave Gould, update to a story that we did. I'm going to share the screen here real quick. We just got this. I think it's very cool. We talked about this at the top of the show, and it's this. Hold on, let me get it down here. There you go. I don't want to share the email. There we go. Oh, we talked earlier about this fat guy barbecue mural. Can't say it correctly. Must be removed. Owner told it violates Murfreesboro codes. That was the story. Taylor Courage, she's a fantastic writer for the Murfreesboro Post. So the update that we got here is that, make sure we're sharing it correctly there. There we go, perfectly. And it is Dave sent me the email. It says, the owner just posted this on Facebook in regards to the story written this week by Taylor. Good afternoon, friends. I just got off the phone a little bit ago with Mayor McFarland in regards to the mural I have on the building. He said it can stay. Thank you, folks, for your kind words. I'm thankful to do business in Murfreesboro. I appreciate everyone's input and also appreciate the mayor, the city council, and the codes department getting together and allowing me to keep the mural. Look at that. Some good news right there. And I'm going to say it. It all became because of Taylor's article. And I'm going to make that article go full. Let me go back to it there. There we go. Full screen. And there it is. Taylor wrote the article. Ray Clark telling customers snap their final photos. That will not happen. And there you go. We'll effort to get Taylor on tomorrow about the story. and they tell you that journalism doesn't matter. It matters in our communities and our local communities. This is the prime example of that. So well done, Taylor. Well done, Murfreesboro, for keeping this mural, which is fine. I don't know why anybody wanted to take it down. It's not hurting anybody. So that's there. We'll have more on that story tomorrow. Intern, it makes you feel good, doesn't it?
It does. What a happy ending.
It is a happy ending. All right, we got about 2 minutes, celebrity birthdays. You're hot and cold lately, so let's see if you have something good today, all right?
All right, let's do it.
All right, I like that plant behind you. Ask Shelly to make sure you could have that today.
I did, yeah. Oh, yeah. We talk about it.
All right, the Hawk, Lou Ferrigno. How old is Lou Ferrigno today?
I'm going to say he's 68 today.
70.
Yes, first one.
2. Out of the gates, man. Fantastic. I don't know this guy. Don't know that guy. Okay, Nick Lachey from 98 Degrees.
Oh, let's say he is 46.
48.
Look,
2 for 2, my man. 2 for 2. Let's get some more here for you. Oh, rapper Peppa of Salt and Peppa. How old is she?
Oh, I'm a big fan of Salt. Let's say she's probably 56 today.
57.
Look at that.
Killing it.
Wow.
Killing it. All right, here, we're going to get a little harder now. Rapper Scarface of the Ghetto Boys.
My personal favorite. Let's see. I'll say he's 26.
Oh, he's 51. Let's see. Singer Cisco. This is your last one.
Cisco, the canola oil. Let's say he or she is 38.
Well, it's a he, right?
I don't know, Cisco. I didn't want to be disrespectful.
You're the worst.
I know.
Cisco is a he.
Okay.
Is a man. I don't. How old did you say he was?
I'm going to say he's 54.
43.
Was wrong both times.
You got 3 out of 5, man. 3 out of 8. It's not. You did well. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate
proud
that.
of you. Fun show, intern. What'd you take away from the show today?
I love the event going on in Donaldson Hermitage. That's getting shed light on the Chamber of Commerce there. The blood assurance. A lot of things to do this weekend.
There is, but I need one that really touched your heart. Fat guy mural.
Fat guy mural. I'm glad that whole thing got turned around. Yes, that is what I took away.
Yes, we love highlighting and spotlighting great things in our community. Well done, intern. I'll see you back tomorrow. Can you say goodbye?
Hey, I'll see you tomorrow.
You're quick to get out of here. All right, thank you, intern. Again, thanks, Terry Williams-Nutter from the Dawson Hermitage Chamber of Commerce for joining us. She'll be with us next week about the big event happening at Two Rivers Mansion. Always Max Winnitz from Blood Assurance. Go to their website, bloodassurance.org. And Miss Cheap, always wonderful to have her on the show every Tuesday at 7:30. That's a wrap for Mornings on Main Street. As I say every day, let's be nice out there. Let people in traffic open doors and just be nice to everyone we come across. You guys are doing a great job. It's a great, beautiful world. We'll see you back here tomorrow.